I remember the time I got suspended from middle school. Yeah, I showed my tail. Literally, I got suspended for mooning. And the reason I remember that time is because it was the worst whooping of my life. My daddy told me up. He was like, "You go around class pulling down your pants, mooning people? Well, moon me." I was obedient. I pulled down my pants, and daddy pulled out his belt. Since we're celebrating Memorial Day, oh, by the way, happy Memorial Day to you, my bad. But since we're remembering and all, let me tell you about this girlfriend I had named, second thought. But let's go back to the whole mooning incident, because on this Memorial Day, we need to remember our friends and remember what it means to be a friend, because even in my waywardness of getting suspended for mooning, I proved to be a loyal friend, because it wasn't just me going around showing my assets. No, I actually was following the lead of my buddy, who shall remain nameless, the same way he did way back then. Because even when the girl who told the teacher on me and me alone, I didn't demand justice for my friend because he was my friend. And that reminds me of a story in the Bible when a guy went to King David bragging about how he'd killed one of the king's enemies. David's enemies were supposed to be anybody who was down with the former king of Israel, a guy named Saul. Saul hated on David, but David did not return the shade because he still considered Saul as the chosen one as long as he had the crown, as long as he was in office. That's loyalty, because David and Saul started off on good terms until Saul got jealous when the people started praising David for his heroic stuff like beating up that giant named Goliath. And even after Saul died, David still respected him. And we see this in the Bible in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 4, when we read about a couple of guys who came to David talking about how they'd killed somebody from Saul's camp. And here's what David said. David said, "Someone once told me Saul is dead," thinking he was bringing me good news. "But I seized him and killed him at Ziklag. That's the reward I gave him for his news. How much more should I reward evil men who have killed an innocent man in his own house and on his own bed? Shouldn't I hold you responsible for his blood and rid the earth of you?" So David ordered his young men to kill them. And they did. Now that's gangster right there, but that's loyalty on David's part. And the question on this Memorial Day is, can you remember any friends like that in your life? Moreover, do you got anybody like that in your life?